the DHS video. I don't know if y'all seen it. Let me get this and put it in the jumbo. There was a young guy. He made a video. He made a video a couple months ago, and I think it was kind of like in protest of the Middle East or something like that. He said in his description. And what happened was somebody AI digitally altered that video and put a caption on there and basically made it seem like him and his friends were going out to kill ICE agents. Let me put this one in here. And DHS reposted the video and to everybody in the world and said, "You guys are cowards. Basically, I dare you. We gonna fuck you up." It said, "Fuck around, find out," all that type shit. And I wanted to know how y'all felt about this. Hotep, he was doing a lot of caping and a lot of, and another topic that we brought up when I said the White House had put all of the images of black men that they arrested in DC when the government was occupying DC, and I thought that that was weird that out of all the people that they arrested, they only put black men on the website. This is another instance, in my opinion, where this is not by happenstance of them going after minorities. Once again, you can't say nothing about them being illegal. My guy's a legal citizen. So, how did you feel about this? If you
Yeah,
seen it?
you you gonna keep lying on me. First
No,
of all,
you
all
did say
you didn't
that.
even you what the first of all, you didn't even say what I
No,
said.
you
All
said
you
that it
said,
you said it don't matter, because if y'all don't know, once when they were occupying DC, they were arresting people. They arrested 37 people in total. They put how many was it 10? 9 or 10 people on the White House official Twitter, and there was 8 black people and 1 Hispanic or Asian guy. And I said,
right.
this looked like fuck shit. Because
Hmm.
if you arrested 37 people, this seems strategic to only post the blacks. And they're targeting black people and minorities. And y'all told
I
me
like
it
the way
don't
he
matter.
said blacks.
Yo, first of all, I did not say
I like
that.
the way he said
Yo,
that.
you made that up. I did
What you
not say that. I
said?
did not, Rashad. I said because one of the pictures was of a young black guy, and he got arrested for having a firearm with no license. And I said that that's unconstitutional. That's fucked up because you shouldn't have to have a license to carry a firearm. So I don't know. I did not ever say that it was cool or that I agree with it. Anyway, going back to this particular story with your lying ass. Um, this is crazy because like you said the first video was actually a pro America video. It was basically it was the same, obviously the same video, but the caption was different, and the caption was to Iran, and basically saying that, yo, here in America, like, we get busy and this is, what that is or whatever. So it's super egregious that then the DHS would then turn that same, like, they had to have read that caption, said fuck it anyway, and then still use the video. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that was double egregious. Did you hear me? Because I don't want too much from now. You said, oh, Hotep said he was cool with the video. I don't want you to
Yeah, I
I don't want
no,
you to
with this
misquote
one,
me.
yeah, but you gave sentiments of these niggas are criminals anyway, so why does it matter if the White House posted them? Did they get arrested? I think that was your exact words. Didn't they get arrested? They got arrested though, right? And so
No, I don't
I'm gonna
remember
go
that.
find
You're
it.
gonna have
I'm
to
gonna go find it.
That
pull up
was
the clip.
definitely me because I don't say
Yeah,
that. So
that sounds like more of a Kenya take. I don't remember saying
I'm gonna go
that.
find it. It's gonna be on the timeline today.
Because I yeah,
was they criminals or was they not?
True.
so when it comes down to, I know you can pull clips of me saying that I don't like government though, and government overreach in a lot of these different cases where I said this was government overreach. I know you can find those clips as well. So it's all good. You know what I mean?
You didn't say that on
But
Tuesday.
I say it all of the time. I said it even in that
Hey, listen,
conversation.
y'all go
I said
watch
that
the pod. Hotep did not say that on the podcast episode.
Hotep did. Hotep did. Watch
You
it.
said them young
Go
niggas. You
ahead and
said
watch
the,
it.
the folks go in Memphis and Chicago was government overreach.
Yes. I said when it came down to the illegal, when we talking about illegal immigrants, okay, that's different because those people are here
Okay, let's stick
illegally.
to
So
Memphis then.
off the right, right. So when it comes down to you running down on people, right? Because the argument was from the people in Memphis, they was like, yo, all of the criminals is inside, and now they're running down on civilians essentially. And I said that I was against that. I said that I was against that.
I'm
And then I also said there's one or two ways that you can do this. You can go the private citizen route and then holding your own community accountable and getting the local law enforcement involved to be able to crack down on crime in your neighborhood. Or you're going to ask the government. And if you ask the government to come in and intervene, the government is going to do what the government always does, which is some super like ham fisted, broad, very vague, operation to be able to stop whatever, crime or whatever it is. So yeah, that's what I said. That's the only two options you have.
Do you think that there is, because I don't wanna get into the propaganda machine of, "Oh, black people are next," but people are next in a sense of in a sense of, um, just even with these 2 examples, the official White House page is targeting black people with this propaganda machine, and now DHS. Like somebody put in the comments, you niggas is going out your way to talk about this young man, and y'all dumbasses don't even know an AI video when you see one. And then they didn't delete it; it's still up with 23 million, views. And the guy is saying he gets
After
death threats.
everybody told them it's not.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. This
That's
this is this
crazy.
is
But
absolute ridiculousness. I do think that this is indicative of them just not knowing how to use the internet for real
Oh
and
no,
trying to
no, no,
meme.
no, 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 no.
Nah, dead ass. When we're talking about the targeting and shit like that, yeah, they're obviously gonna go out of their way to find a video of young black guys who look violent and shit like that to use that as a propaganda piece. This is propaganda that we're looking at. Okay. So people are going to come away with yeah, racist connotations, targeting black people. All of that is going to be a part of the propaganda, like 100%. I'm just saying that when it comes down to them doing this shit, it's them trying to meme. It's them trying to like be hip and cool for the conservatives or whoever else that's going to be watching this shit, retweeting it and thinking it's fucking cool. They've been doing this shit honestly all of this administration. They done ramped it up in the past, few months over the summer and shit like that. But they've been trying to get their memes off for a while.
I think that that's dismissive of the real life implications because Buddy is, first of all, this is DHS. DHS can find anybody. So like to
Hmm.
say that they don't know how to work the internet, I think that that's crazy. And then two, the dismissal, because if one of these crazy ass white folks do what they say that they gonna do over some bullshit that's a lie, I think that that has to be taken into account. Like putting somebody's life in jeopardy to get your memes off is
Yeah, and when I say I get what you're saying, I'm not sitting here saying it's not serious. What, and not even when I say they don't know how to use the internet. What I'm saying is they think that this is what you're supposed to be doing to be able to gain favor and traction among their supporters. Is what I'm saying. It's not that they don't know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing. But I'm saying this is the wrong thing. Like this is not how you actually do it. You're a government agency or entity. You shouldn't be fucking memeing in the first fucking place. But when you're doing this, you're obviously doing it wrong because you're not really getting the actual results that you're looking for real. You're really not. And so when it comes down to it radicalizing people to act upon on or set upon black people, the best thing that I could tell black Americans is to arm themselves because that's the only thing that you can do. You can only defend yourself.
go ahead, Audra. Can't hear you, Audra. You might have to drop and then come back up.
Wait, can you hear me
Oh yeah, I
now?
can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Is this an example of unregulated AI being used to besmirch someone's name, face, and reputation?
Yep.
And should there be consequences for this?
Yep. I said it when we had the space about it. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. It's interesting. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. And this is one of those examples because right now it's just a little black kid, right? First of all, if you're black, you look at this video and you know these niggas don't look menacing at all. Whoever made this has no interaction with black people at all. You can just tell by what they said and then the video that they chose. Like just because a nigga got a ski mask on, like, come on, man, stop it. And then two, this is where I said like the slippery slope. One, Hotep, I do think that the reaction that they wanted, they absolutely got it. 23 million views later, and if you go scroll those comments, they absolutely got exactly what they wanted as far as reaction. And then two, I think about the conversation that we had and where Rasheem was up here and me and Rasheem said that the right does things like this that makes it hard to join them and vote for them. And so while you were talking policy, 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 and not, being slaves to one party, definitely understand that. But when you got a fake ass AI video of a black kid that could have very well been my black son, and you broadcasted to the world and put his life in jeopardy, and you did the shit with the White House, and there's a lot of dog whistles underneath. They just one group chat just got exposed. I forgot what the Republican MAGA group was, but their text got exposed. When you see all of this, it's very difficult to then say, fuck that shit, go ahead and vote for him anyway, because then what are you voting for? Because this is what these niggas is doing.
Well, yeah. See, the thing is, I think you are expecting like some type of good or eternal good to come out of these factions and shit like that. And that's not how our government's ever been. Our government is not what you would call good, and they're going to do shit like this. Now, are there things in place that would stop this? I don't know, bro. I don't know if there was something in place that would stop Homeland Security from tweeting some bullshit like this. I don't know that if there's a law against it. I don't know. I don't know what the solution on a legislative level that would stop a tweet like this from happening from the DHS. I guess the fucking rule saying that you can't fucking send memes or whatever. It would be something like that. I don't know.
AI
But when it comes
regulations would
down to,
help. Like I was being sarcastic
okay,
earlier, but this is actually what I meant in the community space. There needs to be regulations so shit like this don't happen.
yeah, so when y'all say AI in this particular video, where's the AI at?
The caption was changed on the video. If you look, it says ice, we're on the way.
No, I see that,
Yeah.
but that's AI.
Yeah, that's what the guy is claiming. I put his response video up in the jumbo as well. And so his caption was, oh no, that's not his caption. That's another caption. But I put his response in the jumbo as well. And basically what he's saying is that is not the original video. They took that video and they put a different caption on there and they repurposed it to make it seem like we got a hit out on ICE because we working with the fucking
No,
cartel.
no, I get the story. I understand. I'm following the story just fine. I'm trying to figure out like where is the AI in this equation? Like you will only, so are you saying that you can only change captions by using AI? You can't change it just by like you can't just
I
change the
would have to
caption?
see his original video to compare, but in his explanation, he said it was AI altered.
I was gonna say the
I'll
title
put it.
says AI, so I assumed there was some manipulation of the video. If there's not, then
So
I take it back.
The
But if there was, then I stand by my statement.
the two videos look the same as far as like the imagery. It
yeah, I
just
put the
seems like the
original in the
caption was
jumbo.
changed. So I don't know
Yeah,
if that is considered AI since they didn't whoever changed the video didn't technically alter the actual
the
imagery. They
imagery,
just
like
they
yeah.
just altered the thing. But I think they should sue him. I mean,
That's what I would do. That's what I'm saying.
civilly
Like
sue him for hey, he's an
for
American
defamation,
citizen.
like yeah, like
Civilly
you
sue
can
him
do that.
for defamation. I don't think
That'd
DHS
be
should
like I
exist,
said,
but that's
like
a whole
that'll
nother
be
story.
my fault. But that would be just yeah, suing them, obviously having them take the shit down. You know what I'm saying? But when I say things like, yo, don't cling to one party or the other, this doesn't contradict that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this is not the end all be all to your, your political advancement. A fucking tweet from the DHS. There's a bunch of shit on the ground that's more pressing as far as day to day Black American life. So yes, 100%.
Huh? Hold on, wait.
You
Can you say
use
that
these
again?
Yes, bro. Like there are more pressing day-to-day things that Black Americans are worried about politically that is not surrounded by a tweet from the DHS. So when you say, "Oh, Hotep says not to cling to one party or the other," yeah, that's a great prescription, bro. Like that's good. That's political strategy.
What is more pressing than propaganda against the black community?
Education, housing, food. Like I don't. What are you talking about, bro? I'm talking about for the almost 50 million Black Americans. Like yes, bro. Like there are more pressing things. I understand that you're talking about the potential radicalization or targeting of Black people based upon this tweet, which is a pressing issue, right? But again, when it comes down to things in totality. You're adding all of these things up. There are going to be other things that take precedence. And even if you're going to add this to the list, it would still be based on political strategy. You wouldn't need to cling to one party for this to stop.
So this is my thought process, right? Whatever the end goal is for reasoning in why they're doing these things, black people, no matter what space you think we're in now, financially, economically, socially, whatever their end goal is, it will be significantly worse for us, right? And so if they achieve that, all those things that you're talking about, Hotep, would be exacerbated. And so if I don't understand how we could put that at the bottom of the list. Like, and this is an extreme case, extreme. I already know, Jesus, please don't say it. But no matter what position that the Jews were in Germany, once the Holocaust started, it was worse. And so if it comes to the propaganda, if it comes to the targeting, if it comes to stepping on rights and weaponizing black cities, like all of this is a slow roll, right? And where I think in isolated situations people see it as an isolated situation. Oh well, it's just this, it's just the White House, it's just DHS, it's just Chicago, it's just DC. But then when you look at everything in totality, and then you got to realize that this nigga got 3 more years, what else is there to come? Charlie Kurt just got like the president's medal or some shit. Like what, like when you put all of this shit together, it doesn't seem so isolated to me. So to put that at the
Yeah,
bottom
but
of the list
again,
don't, to me, doesn't make sense.
no, I get your level of it, like the level of importance that you're putting it at. I appreciate that. But again, just going back to what the response would be or should be, or even could be, is that you have to be able to hold your government accountable, right? So again, when you are dealing in local politics or state politics, you have the power to be able to organize and mobilize yourselves as voters, as American citizens, to be able to fight for or get whatever you want out of your local politics. That's first and foremost, right? So you got to be more intentional about that. And the reason why I say that is because in the same city that you're talking about, as far as Chicago, they just had a rally yesterday where it was like 100,000 people had enough time in the day to protest and shit, had to protest Trump or whatever. If a fraction of those people actually went to their local politicians' offices and said that, yo, we demand X, Y, and Z based upon the amount of voters we have, the amount of support, money, all these different things. You negotiate with these local politicians, I think you'll get a lot more done. That's how I view it. So again, you don't have to cling to one party or the other to be able to, find solutions. And even when you're talking about the worst circumstances that you're describing, right? Where basically you're saying like there could be a pseudo holocaust or whatever that could happen, proverbial holocaust that could happen. Everything that I say, all of the prescriptions that I put out there for Black Americans would still have to take form. Like you would have to still do those things. So again, unless you want me to just agree with you that these people have the ability to just onslaught on Black Americans with no recourse, I don't see where you and I are missing each other.
I think, to me, it seems that you are way more passive about this situation, and things are ramping up. Obviously, yes, black people, there are things that we can do and should do as far as being involved in our local government. You know, our civic duty, that is understood. Even if we all went out and voted, right? Every single one of us, there are things that are currently being done, right, towards our community, that in a sense those votes, like Trump, the reason why Trump called for the Chicago mayor and the Illinois governor to go to jail, like that's another thing. Like he's putting on his platform that these politicians should be jailed because he wants to send the government into these cities, and these niggas is saying no. And so, because you are going against what I'm saying, I'm going to tell people that you are damn near a criminal. Like, where
Yeah,
do these
politicians,
things?
that's what they do, bro. I don't know where you've
No, they
been,
don't. No,
but
they
in
don't.
America, yes, they do, bro. Politicians throw sling
No,
mud at each
there's
other,
a difference
like
between
yes, they do.
slinging mud and calling somebody a criminal.
Right, nigga. And what I'm trying to tell you is that politicians on the left and the right have been calling politicians on the right and the left criminals for generations. I don't know
No,
what you. This is not a
no,
new
no, no, no.
phenomenon,
No,
nigga.
what I'm saying, first of all, these niggas, if you commit crime, then you should be a criminal, right? And somebody should be able to say it. That's one. I'm not talking about those instances. I'm talking about this. For all intents and purposes, the governor's saying, "This is my state, nigga," and the mayor is saying, "This is my city." And so the separation of federal government, like you like to say that you like, right, and where the
Hmm.
states are in control of their own shit, you have the governor and the mayor saying, "Nah, fam, we good," right? Because the things that you said in the podcast about having, local people and getting a hold of your communities and shit like that, that's what they're saying that they're doing. You have overridden them and sent the feds in that motherfucker. And because they don't agree with you, now I should go to jail. Not if you say, "Hey man, don't vote for cuz because he don't keep the city safe." That's one thing. But you're saying a nigga need to go to jail?
Bro. See, the thing is, I know that what you call my response to this, like being passive and shit, because I'm not freaked out like you. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm just not freaked out. Like, son, there has been so much political commentary and shit like that over just the past 8 years that I have heard and read these politicians, including Trump, including Biden, and all this other shit. They say inflammatory shit. And I know because it's coming from the president, you add a level of like consequence to it. Because I guess in your mind, you think because the president said this man should be in jail, that there's like based upon that on itself, the virtue of him saying that is going to result in the arrest of these two people. And that's not how that shit works, bro. The motherfucker is just talking
No,
shit
it's
from his
not that it's
social
gonna
media app.
result into the arrest, but what I am saying is that,
Do you know how many of these motherfucking politicians said that Trump should be in jail, son? Like, or any of these other Republicans should be in jail? I see
well,
this
the
shit
nigga
all
got
of the
convicted of
time, son.
37 felonies. But what I'm saying is that Trump,
Even before then,
I mean, he been
shit,
a
this nigga
criminal a
Trump
long
said that
time.
Hillary.
Listen,
Trump said that Hillary would be in jail if he was president back then. Like, that's what I'm saying.
but what I'm saying is
Like,
Trump damn near created a new political party, right? And so to kind of not recognize the influence that this guy has with the country. Like, we can't deny that the nigga got the country in a chokehold. And so and so to
bro, half of the country hates his guts.
okay,
What are
but
you
guess what?
talking
The
about?
other half, they don't, and they're doing something about it and showing you. And they're taking action. And they've been kicking the Democrats' ass for a while. Every part of the
No, they
government,
have not,
bro.
bro. Like, what are you
Every
talking
part of the
about? The
government is
Democrats,
red. The House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the President. Every part of our government is red. That's an ass whooping.
what I'm saying to you is when you saying that the other half is mobilizing and they're moving and shit like that, I don't know why you think that the other half who were just 100,000 deep at a rally in Chicago are not mobilizing and moving too. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're falling for the pimping, bro. You're falling for the political theater, and I need you to fuck with your boy Hotep up here, where you can actually just look at this shit objectively and not be so paranoid about the shit you're seeing on
No,
television or
it's
shit
not
that you're
about
seeing on the
it's not about
timeline.
it is about every time there is it escalates, it is still the understanding of it ain't that deep, right? And I don't even think you can say that there hasn't been significant escalation in where, the quote unquote mudslinging, or the policies put in place, or the specific targeting to black and brown people in this country. I think that that's very, very clear, right? Where we're at in 2025 as opposed to where we were at, we don't even have to go back crazy numbers, 20 years ago when it comes to niggas thought John McCain was the antichrist. They thought Mitt Romney was the antichrist running against Obama. And now we have Trump. It's a significant escalation. So to look at it from the perspective of it ain't that deep. It's getting deep.
Yeah,
Rashad,
I mean,
Rashad, these are the
go
same
ahead.
government that splattered Kennedy's brains in front of everybody. Why are you surprised?
This, yo, bro, I'm
Like,
trying to talk to my nigga shot, but it's
yeah,
like, bro, like, you caught up
come
in this shit, bro.
on.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you really missing the forest for the trees, my nigga. Like, for real, like.
Yes, bro,
So
come on,
when
bro.
it comes to like, I'm not trying to I am minimizing it because you've maximized it to a real fantastical level. What you are conversing with me about is political theater. The shit the DHS did is political theater. The shit that Trump be saying and shit like that is political theater. Even down to these ICE raids and all this other shit. This is the federal government, which I disagree with because you know I do. Okay, doing all of these things based upon whatever administration is in charge and shit like that. So when it came down to Biden, his sweeping shit was shutting down the fucking country and all of that shit after Trump lost the election. So it's like they're going to do these extreme things, okay, and they want you to be in a panic. They want you to be frantic and not being able to think clearly about this shit. That's the reason why there are 100,000 people gathering around in Chicago for No Kings rally, an impromptu rally out of no fucking where, just out of their disdain for Trump. Okay, so this is all political theater, is what I'm trying to tell you, Rashad. And if you actually give a fuck about making a change, which I think you do, the solutions are going to be the same. So you're looking at this from a drastic times, drastic measures type thing, and even in the drastic measures, it would still call for your action. It would still call for you to be engaged. It will call for you to be active in this and being able to bring on the change that you actually want. But to sit on the sidelines and be freaked out, shit like that, like that's just not good for your health, bro. Yeah, it's
Not good
political
for you.
theater, man. It's not. Like, it's really not, son. Like, you on the timeline, bro. Like, you on it. Like, I want you to keep in mind your day-to-day reality. None of this shit is affecting you. And even for the large swath, the majority of Memphis and the majority of Chicago are not being run down by federal agents, bro. It's millions of people that we're talking about. So you're looking at these incidences, which should be alarming. We don't want overreaching government running through our motherfucking communities, damn near occupying them and shit, for sure. But again, there's millions of people. There's not millions of federal agents out there roaming the streets. So again, you got to keep things in perspective about what's actually
Yeah,
happening.
I just see it. Like, niggas don't give power back, right? Once you got it, you got it. And the things that we see are, in my opinion, little tests to see if niggas gonna go for it. And falling for the pimping, I think niggas is going for it. And they're not. Obama sat down and he was talking to somebody. And he was like, could you imagine me wanting to send troops into Texas and then Greg Abbott saying no, and I do it anyway? Can you imagine the backlash that he would have gotten in 2000, 12?
Rashad, that man murked a whole African leader and dropped more bombs on brown countries than
Listen, once
any
again,
president in the past.
would you rather send
So
your
here's
kids
what
or a
I'm
drone?
saying.
Wake it up.
Like, why do we act like he ain't did like that? Cut that shit out. Like, what's the difference between what he did to them brown nations and killed more civilians than anybody else than what Trump is
Did they
doing?
need hold on,
Rashad don't
wait.
care about them
Did they
people.
need some killing? 'Cause some people need
They
some killing.
I told you he was
civilians,
killing
no.
Some people
kids.
need some killing.
Muammar Gaddafi did not deserve to die.
Hey man,
He
some
was
niggas need to be
killing the
put in the dirt.
Syrian
That man
children,
was trying to
Rashad.
bring together his continent and get other people out of his fucking business, and they murked that man on national TV and laughed about it.
Somebody need
So
to
Yeah, and laughed about
and
it. Like,
laughed
some
yo.
folks
about
need
it.
to be put in the dirt, man. Not gonna hold you.
And see, this is what I'm saying,
God bless
Rashad.
them.
This is the reason.